A man who came from the slums of Mumbai.
What do you require to become an entrepreneur or become a Rizwan Sajan? Hard work, luck, inborn quality in you.
You believe in luck?
Yes, well, I believe.
Okay.
God throws the opportunities to you, which as God had thrown in front of me.
Yeah.
Rizwan, you are at the right place.
Dubai go from nothing, from sand to buildings to concrete jungle.
Dubai really takes care of everybody, all of us. No looking back. What we have seen is only a trailer. The movie is still to be seen.
Hey everyone, I am so excited today. Actually, it's the first time I'm going to be interviewing someone on a podcast and not being interviewed. But lucky enough, I got an opportunity to interview this amazing, inspiring man. And I want to know more about him as a person because I believe success is not just a great idea. It's not just hard work. Behind the curtains, there is one master that makes the whole show happen. And if we don't get to know him as a person, and we just get to know his story of success, I feel like it's not enough. So I'm here today with Mr. Rizwan, who is the founder and chairman of Danube Group. And I'm sure everybody knows about Danube, but how much do you know about the man behind Danube? So I'm so glad to be here with you today.
I am also so glad to meet you, Sara.
Okay, let's go back in time. What was your one incident that made you strong, that, flips everything in the person? Ever since you started your journey?
Then many people in this room don't know about this, so I'll tell you this story. My father died with an accident, okay?
I'm sorry.
And full one day he was not there. We were looking for him. We called up the office. They said that he left at 5 o'clock, and as normal time, he left 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. We were worried in the night, not able to find father. Where is he? Next day morning, also he's not come. So I called up my uncle, look, my father is missing and can you help me? So they came, we complained in the police station, look, where is my dad? Because he's a very, methodical person from house to work to house. I mean, he didn't have any vices where he would go out or something like that. Very, very particular man. I was only 15 and a half at that particular age. So we have found a body and you have to go and identify that body. So I was taken in a morgue. So I went with my uncle to check at the age of 16. It was a very difficult experience. What made me more stronger was when my father left, before he was there, I had to only worry about my pocket money, which I was making. But after he left, I had to take care of the family. So when you have to take care of the family, you have no idea because my father was living hand to mouth. So whatever money he was making every month was being spent. We didn't have any savings. Only thing what the saving which he had is that provident fund or that after the gratuity which you get after 20 years of working. So to find myself to again sustain my family so that we don't have to beg from money from anybody, I had to work hard. Now that made me very strong because I knew that I have my brother and my sister who are younger to me. My mother, who is there, who was not well after my father died, she became hysterical. She was not normal. And to take care of the small brother, take care of the small sister and mother, that particular life which I went through in that 3 to 4 months, 6 months time, trying to figure out what to do, how to manage my life, actually made me very, very strong. If he was alive, probably I would not be here sitting and talking to you.
Yeah.
Because I was very happy. Like I said, unless you are pushed into that, unless you come out of that comfort zone, you will not succeed.
No, I appreciate you for sharing this, and I'm sorry you had to go through
Yeah, no, it's okay. It came out.
But you, it made you the man you are.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So that's the turning point, I would
That's
say.
your turning point. Yeah. I appreciate you sharing this with me.
Yeah.
And, they always say that, success is either, hard work or luck. I believe it's not luck for sure. Yes, success needs a lot of hard work. But if everyone could work hard, which everyone does, then everyone would be you. But if you could summarize it for me in 3 points, what are these 3 things that a man should have when they are successful and that makes them successful?
Hard work,
definitely
the must. There's no shortcut to success without the hard work. luck also, I believe, plays a very important role.
You believe in luck?
Yes, I believe in
Okay.
luck. I mean, although a lot of people say, no, Rizwan, you should not believe in luck. You have worked hard towards what you have made today.
Yeah.
But I still believe that many a times an opportunity comes in front of you, and that's by chance, that's by luck, and you need to grab that with both the hands.
Can I just tackle this luck thing so I understand your definition of luck?
I happened to be in Kuwait before I came over here. Because of Saddam Hussein coming over there,
Yeah.
and we were all thrown out of Kuwait, and I had to make a choice to come to Dubai.
Yeah.
I am in Dubai. Now that I would call a factor of luck.
Okay.
Otherwise, I would be working. I mean, I was very happy because I started my journey as a very young boy at that particular age of 18. I started making money. I was earning good, almost 15,000 dirhams 35 years ago. So that was good money for me. I would never leave that job being an
You're
Indian.
comfortable.
Very comfortable. That is, I would say, a luck factor for me that Saddam Hussein came in and I was kicked out of Kuwait and I came to Dubai.
But how many people were kicked out of Kuwait? None of them is the Rizwan.
If I was not kicked out, I would have probably working with them. So I would consider that as a luck factor for me.
Okay, so...
Let me go further, okay?
Yeah.
Then I came to Dubai. I realized that there's something in this Dubai which was not there in Kuwait. When I say that, although I made my money over there in Kuwait while working in Kuwait from whatever I had, zero money. But then when I came to Dubai, the Dubai lifestyle is completely different.
Than Kuwait lifestyle?
Than Kuwait lifestyle.
Okay.
People are more easy, expats, especially the Indians are very respected over here, this part of the world. When you speak to an Emirati over here, they would talk to you in your own Indian language.
Yeah.
That makes you more comfortable.
Yeah.
Like I remember the time when I came to Dubai, you had to go past through the immigration, and when you stamped the passport, there used to be one policeman standing outside checking your passport. So when I gave him the passport, that person says, "Kaisa hai tum?" Like, I don't know if you understand Hindi.
Yeah, how are
Kaisa hai, how are you doing?
Yeah.
So I was amazed and shocked because in Kuwait, no local man would speak in Indian. So I was very happy about it. When I came inside Dubai, I saw mostly Indian people over there.
Yeah.
I knew only my boss who had called me to work for me. Other than that, I did not know anybody. I was just walking on the street, figuring out what to do. So somebody told me there's an Abra ride. Go and take this Abra ride. You'll feel very happy. Then I asked him where is the Indian food over here. So then they gave me some ideas. So I'm trying to figure out, but it was not that difficult for me to figure out that how for an expat who comes to over here. Now coming back to the luck factor. When I came to Dubai, worked for this company. At that time, Kuwait was still under war. But as soon as I was here, Kuwait got their freedom again because the Americans were able to throw out the Iraqis from there.
Yeah.
But Kuwait was empty.
Yeah.
I was in Dubai where all the traders who were Kuwaiti, my friends, I contacted them that, look, now you require anything from Dubai, I'm here. I can send you furniture, I can send you TV sets, I can send you what you want.
Yeah.
Now that I also consider as a luck factor for me because I was the only one in Dubai at the right place at the right time to sell them the material.
The right place, the right time, but that's planning.
That's not planning. I came to Dubai to look for a job for me, a simple job for me. It apparently so happened that I came to Dubai and at that particular time that occupation which Iraqi had done it, that was cleared and Kuwaitis were free but by that time everything was stolen in Kuwait. So people required, even the bulbs were stolen, everything was stolen.
So they needed a lot of things.
And the ports were destroyed, nothing could come in the port. So I was in Dubai, so I could write to them and said, look, if we want anything from Dubai, so I used to get orders, truckloads, okay, send 10 trucks of this, 10 trucks of that. So that money I was able to quickly make in as soon as I was able to send this material to the Kuwaiti traders over.
But you had a choice. You made that choice.
I could have been in Bombay. I could have been in Mumbai.
No, but you had the choice. You could have sat in Dubai and never called anyone in Kuwait, but you made that choice.
Yeah, but then because I was in Dubai, I was able to do that.
Convince me because I'm against luck.
So again, convincing you. God throws the opportunities to you. How you grab that luck. Okay, this was an opportunity which as God had thrown in front of me. Rizwan, you are at the right place. Now you need to make the most of it. Part 3, I collected 100,000 dirhams from all that sales which we did to Kuwait. I told my wife, look, I'm going to start my own business. I start my own business, brokerage.
Just like a middleman.
Like, you know, the brokers or the real estate agents who do that. Making that 1%, 2%, 3% commission. So one day, I'm in a bank. The banker knows me because I'm going very often to take some documents or give some work. And there's one fellow who is sitting His name is John. I will never forget this. Solico was the name of the company.
You still remember his name?
Yeah, John. Wow. Because he's my first one who gave me the break. Banker said, Rizwan, do you deal in particular wood, which is called MDF?
Okay.
I said, yes, I do deal in MDF. Now, this fellow who was working in sanitary imported MDF of a particular long size MDF, very big size MDF, which is not a part of the size which anybody imports in Dubai. And he was stuck. And almost 15,000 pieces at that particular time. And that was a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I told him this MDF is good, but nobody imports this size. He says, I know I'm stuck. I'm stupid to import. I imported this size. Can you help me? I immediately took the documents, looked the paper. I came to my office. I wrote to all the traders over here, look, I have this MDF, but this particular size. Fortunately for me, there was a shortage of this MDF in the market of the normal size.
Yeah.
I went back to the Solico, John. I said, look, I know I can sell this now. So I negotiated my terms.
Yeah.
I said, look, I can take this from you, but I need that 180 days of credit.
Yeah.
And if you are able to give me this, then I can give you that. I'm nothing over there. In UAE at that particular time, I'm no one for me to ask for that 2 million dirhams of material from him on credit. Because this Solico was stuck, the banker was a good friend of mine. He convinced that give it to Mr. Rizwan, he will sell it and give it to me. Took the material, sold it to the traders of Dubai, 2 million dirhams cash I had in my hand. Okay.
Wow.
Now where does the luck factor come here? Because I was at the right time in the bank, at the right place. The banker introduced me to Solico John. If I was half an hour late or if I was half an hour early,
you would not meet him.
I would have not met him.
Yeah. Wow.
So I always tell you the luck is there. It depends on how you grab that opportunity in your favor.
Yeah, but sadly, everyone is presented with opportunities, but people just don't grab them.
So luck factor is there everywhere.
But is it luck or is it opportunity?
This is a luck. By chance, I was there. It's an opportunity I got because I was there. And that 2 million dirhams, which I got for 6 months to use, I multiplied that with so many business I could do.
Wow.
So I believe in luck for sure.
I think you're kind of convincing me now a little bit. You're kind of convincing me. Okay, if you were to close your eyes and imagine that war in Kuwait never happened, where would Rizwan be?
I went to Kuwait as a young boy because my father expired at the age of 16.
You still look like a young boy, FYI.
So I wrote to my uncle, if you can give me a job in Kuwait, I'll be very happy. And I'm almost 18, so give me a job. So he wrote me a letter back, Rizwan, although you say you are almost 18, but you're not 18, you're only 16. So
what a hustler you are. I want to do it.
I can't offer you this job at the moment. But
because you're underage?
Underage.
Okay.
To get the visa, you require to be 18 years of work visa. So I said, this is my other relative who doesn't want to help me. And he's just passing the buck that I'm not 18.
Yeah.
I tried my luck with many relatives and none of them could help me. So on the 18th birthday, I got a letter from this man.
Okay.
From uncle of mine. I'll never forget. Uncle Moses Jacob, his company in Kuwait, Atlas Commercial. He said, Rizwan, if you remember, you wrote to me 2 years ago, and if you still want a job in Kuwait, I'm willing to give you that job.
Wow.
And this is the salary. Now, the salary which he gave me was 150 Kuwaiti dinars, which was 1,800 dirhams.
Okay.
And which was working out to 18,000 rupees.
That's a lot in India.
That's a lot of money. Because for me, I was struggling with all what I was doing after my dad expired to keep my family. I was earning 6,000 rupees with a lot of hustling and bustling I was doing so that I don't have to ask for money.
Were you the one at that time taking care of the family?
I was the eldest.
So you felt it's your responsibility, right?
It was my responsibility.
100%.
So I was, from morning, I used to get up at 5:30, 7 o'clock I was in the college, 7 to 10 I was in the college. After 10 o'clock I was working for the same company where my dad was working because they gave me a job. 10 to 6 I was in the Natani Steel, which I was working. After that I was doing some small business and trying to make that things work for me in the house.
All of this
making 6,000 rupees.
To provide for the family.
To provide for the family.
Wow. Okay.
And then somebody gives me a job of 18,000. It was a big lottery for me, jackpot for me. That next flight I was there. So this is how I went to Kuwait. Now from that 18,000 rupees, when I was working for my uncle, I started working on commission. Now I was, I would say that a good salesperson. Within 2 years, my salary plus commission was 1,000 dinar plus.
Yeah.
So it was a big money. It was, instead of 150 dinar, it was 1,000 dinar, which is almost 120,000 to 150,000 rupees per month.
Wow.
Now that was a big money for me.
Yeah.
Okay. So answering to your question, if I was not, this war did not happen, I will be happily thanking my uncle that you gave me a job and you gave me so much of commission. And
Yeah.
I would be working for him. So
But I feel like if you were stuck in Kuwait, you would have Danube in Kuwait. Like,
no, not necessarily.
Really?
Not necessarily.
I feel like you're like a seed. Wherever you're buried, you'll grow.
Because no, I would have never thought about it.
Yeah?
I would have never thought. I was in my comfort zone. And that's
Wow.
what many of the people today are, in their comfort zone. They don't want
That's
to get out of the comfort zone.
That's true.
Only when you are pressed from the comfort zone,
Yeah.
you think of something else.
100%. So this is what I always say. I always tell people that life starts behind the comfort zone.
Yes.
Like it's the grass is greener behind the comfort zone.
Yeah.
People think just because I have a 9 to 5, I make this much money, I'm eating, I'm sleeping, that I'm living. But
Absolutely.
there's a difference between existing and living.
Yeah.
What is your definition of that? Like when somebody is really existing, what's your advice to them so they can start living?
Many times you want to do something, but it's not that easy.
Yeah.
Because I've seen so many friends of mine try to do business that we also want to become like Rizwan Sajan and we want to start our own business.
Yeah.
Majority of them have failed.
Okay.
Because business is again not an easy cup of tea.
Of course.
Okay, it's a very, very difficult thing. So answering to your question, which we go back to your first question, what do you require to become an entrepreneur or become a Rizwan Sajan? You require a hard work, you require luck, and you require that inborn quality in you of entrepreneurship.
Yes. So you believe someone is born with that?
Born with that.
100%. I agree. I agree.
If you are not born with that entrepreneurship, you can never be
learn.
a businessman. When I say you have a lot of celebrities who have been very successful, their children have got all the training which is required to again become a good actor because they have also got the platform. Out of the 10 actors who have become big, hardly anyone would succeed and fill the shoes of the father.
Yeah.
Okay. Same, we play cricket. There are a lot of strong cricketers who have made the name in India. Their children have got all the training,
Yeah.
but they have not made it.
Yeah.
What was missing?
What?
Inborn quality of a cricketer or
Yeah.
an inborn quality of an actor.
100%. I believe in this. Let's talk about Dubai. I'm an Emirati, so I know what Dubai does for me as an Emirati.
Yeah.
But when you came here as an expat in the beginning, and after working for a while, what made you think Dubai or choose Dubai back then when it was nothing? What made you feel like this was the place for me to start? This was the place to be?
Like I mentioned, from the time I came from
Yeah.
the airport, the feeling of
Yeah.
belonging to a city which you need to be.
Yeah.
Because, not trying to say anything wrong about Kuwait, but there is a difference of culture between Kuwait and Dubai. There's a difference of respect which expat gets over here in Dubai compared
Yeah.
to what you get in other GCC country, especially Kuwait, I would say.
So was the energy you got in Dubai when you first came?
That belonging.
Yeah.
Not the
It's like
energy, the
home.
belonging, like in a home. The culture of people living in Dubai
Yeah.
and the culture back home in India is more or less same.
Same, yeah.
When I say for an Indian expat,
Yeah.
okay, because when you come to Dubai, you don't feel like you are in Dubai. You feel like you are in mini Kerala or mini
Yeah.
Mumbai.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I know that.
so many Indians. You hardly see a local man.
Yeah, that's so true. Actually, you know what's crazy? My mom and dad speak fluent Urdu.
Yeah.
I'm like, Mom, how do you guys know?
Yeah.
They're like, we live with them. They're everywhere. They're family. So you're right.
So you asked me what made you settle down.
Yeah.
And that made me very excited because I said,
Because it's a branch.
This is of the branch of Mumbai and Dubai.
I
And
love that.
People speak in Hindi. We talk. We don't ask how many dirham this is. We ask Mr. When go chai. "Ye kitna rupe ka chai hai? How much is the chai for?" And they said, "Okay, 2 rupiya hai."
Yeah,
Then it was
cool.
like, not 2 rupiya. That was only 50 fils at that time.
Yeah, it was way cheaper back then. Yeah. Now it's like for 12. It's like, what? What'd you guys add in it? All right, but okay, now I can say that to me, you're an Emirati. You being in the country for how many years in total?
33 years. 33.
Yeah, but that's for me, you're an Emirati. And this
Absolutely.
is how the country makes expats feel. And when they're here for a long time, there's no difference between me and you. We're all equal. And this is why, I think this is why Dubai is completely different. But now that you're here 30 years, you've seen Dubai go from nothing to all of this, from sand to buildings to concrete jungle. What do you think is the outlook on Dubai in the next 5 years? From a businessman's perspective, from your experience?
I think Dubai is going to go places.
Yeah.
What has Dubai transformed in the last 10 years or 15 years? This is nothing. We have still a very long roadmap which has been designed for Dubai.
Yeah.
As long as Sheikh Mohammed, God keeps him healthy, and the way he drives the nation or drive the city also, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And the roadmap which he has planned for Dubai is going to be completely different. The number of the population which he wants to double over here, the number of organizations which he wants to bring, the number of different facilities which he wants to give it to the expats over here. What you see Dubai today and after 5 years will be different, and after 10 years will be different.
Yeah.
100% it's going to be a different world. Like, you see the air taxi, the first air taxi, which is implemented over here.
Yeah.
When we had a COVID, how we were all taken care of.
Yes.
So Dubai really takes care of everybody, all of us. And I personally feel there's no looking back. And what we have seen is only a trailer. The movie is still to be seen.
Oh, totally. I believe in this. And a lot of people ask me, when I'm out or giving speeches on stage, they say, where do you get your strength and your confidence and your attitude from? And I say, well, Sheikh Mohammed's your leader.
Absolutely.
It influences you. It touches you. You end up being like him because he's such a visionary man and he fears nothing. He has a vision. He thinks of everybody and it rubs on you. So you become a byproduct of his leadership.
Yeah. And then the thing is, what I like about Sheikh Mohammed is, he doesn't only dream.
Yeah.
What he dreams, he implements.
He walks the walk. He doesn't talk the talk. Yeah, that's true. That's 100% true.
And I've heard so many stories of him because I have this Emirati's friend who talked to me when the expo was building, how he was there all the time. When the palm was there, he used to go there, check to see how it is happening without...
He's active. He's active. Like, he's always there.
Always there, on the move.
I know.
And, sometimes I feel like, why can't I work, to be honest. I work also from morning 10 o'clock or 10:30 till it's not Ramadan. I would work till 9:30, almost 12 hours I would work. But I believe he works more than us.
Yeah, he does. He does. And like a lot of leaders around the world in that position, they choose not to do this because I already have the title. I don't need to. But he really puts the effort and you see it. He's awake in the morning visiting places and he's just an active man. And when you see someone like that leading you, you just become
you also
like
feel
that.
Why can't you be that?
Why I want to be that, it just rubs on you. Okay, but I'm pretty sure you had challenges starting the Danube Group in Dubai. What are some of the challenges that you went through?
I think biggest challenges is to the money. Because when you want to start a company, you require money to start a company. So that's the reason we started with a brokerage company. Brokerage means somebody wants to buy and somebody wants to sell. That we started with that 100,000 dirhams money which I had made when I was working. When I came to Dubai, like I said, I started exporting goods to Kuwait. So that commission which I had made with that brokerage we started. But after that also, I've never thought that I'm going to grow so fast. Every year, every time it was planning like what I'm going to do in the next 3 years. And that next 3 years was properly planned that this is my turnover, what I'm doing. And the next 3 years, I want to do this turnover and this is my roadmap for that. And then gradually, as to say, getting the bank facility was the biggest challenge because we had the customers, I had the product, but getting the finance to get that product from the overseas and sell to the customers was the biggest challenge. Coming in a market like Dubai, because I remember when I came to Dubai first time and there was this company, Rahmani Building Material. You must have heard this name.
Rahmani, yes.
And that was my target, that I want to sell to Rahmani. And selling Rahmani was not easy because they were one of the giants over there.
Yeah.
So every time I wanted to get a meeting, I used to not get a meeting because I should say that I'm from Rizwan, from so-and-so company, and I should never get the meeting.
Yeah.
One day, there was a gentleman called Bhatia. He gave me a meeting at 3:15 in the afternoon.
Okay.
Now, I had this little bit of habit in Kuwait where we take that power nap in the afternoon.
Power nap.
Power nap, because we used to work from
That's a Kuwaiti habit?
Kuwaiti habit. We used to work from 8 to 1
Yeah.
and then 4 to 7.
Okay.
3:15 was my real power nap, deep sleep power nap.
Yeah.
You know? And I never wanted to get up that power nap, but that appointment after I got for after so long time.
Yeah.
Bhatia sahab gave me this 3:15 appointment at Ramani. They had this office in Orleans, and unfortunately, I slept a little bit extra. Instead of
No, you didn't.
No, I
you
did.
did.
I reached at 3:30 instead of 3:15.
Okay.
So 15 minutes late.
Okay.
And I said, Bhatia sahab, I'm here. I just want to give you some. Your 15 minutes are over. Take another appointment and come.
Oh my God.
I'll never forget that.
Why did you bring the Kuwaiti power naps into Dubai? My God. Did you get it though in the end?
Yeah, then I got an order from Ramani, but when Bhatia went on a leave, I took from his boss the order. This is also a fact. Bhatia would never give me an order. So when he went on his leave, I took the order from Mr. Ramani.
I love it. All right. So let me ask you this before I want to jump to the topic of social media, but let me ask you this question. A man who came from the slums of Mumbai, simple life, you know, everything was simple, to the man who you are right now, the successful billionaire who you are right now. What happens to ego?
I think people who are born in the position which I am born and gradually made their money, they don't have that ego. Some of them might have it, but some of them don't have it.
Yeah.
So luckily, it's not there in me. I mean, touch wood. I'm so happy that I don't have the ego.
Amazing.
And also, my son doesn't have it. He is born with a silver spoon.
Yeah.
But the training so my son has got from my wife, or the culture which we have in the house, or the mother whom I've got the training from. We don't have the ego in the family. Nobody. Even if you talk to my wife, also she's also a very simple person.
Love it.
You will never feel that you're meeting the Samira Sajan of Danube, Miss Danube.
But that's how it should be. What is social media to you? Because we know nowadays we live in a social media day and age. What does it mean to you?
I think social media is very, very important. If you are running a business, social media is the most important thing which you should integrate in your business. Not many people like me like to face the camera and be on the social media.
Yeah.
But if you are not able to do that, at least make sure your team is very strong in the social media, because with the social media, you are able to reach across the world.
Yeah.
Like in a business which we are into, for example, building material or Danube home or property, I may be able to put some hoardings either in Dubai or probably in a couple of other cities where I want to be.
Yeah.
But through the social media, I'm able to reach across the whole world.
The whole world,
Like
yeah.
People come here, and when they say, Mr. Rizwan, I have seen you on the social media, and the connect which they have with me, it's absolutely so great, because when any customer comes from Canada, for example, he wants to buy a property. That person will say that, no, I want to see Danube, and because I know I've seen Rizwan Sajan on my social media, and I want to meet that company first, then I will take a decision.
Yeah.
And you can reach anywhere in the world free, absolutely zero. And if your social media reach is going viral, then you can go everywhere. I'm sure you also are in the social
100%.
media, and you must have experienced that the same feeling.
It is a window to the world.
Window to the world.
100%.
And not very expensive.
No.
So you need to be on social media, and I educate all my team members, I educate all my other businesses that you guys, please be on the social media, please be on the social media. If you're not started today, start it now.
Yeah.
And we keep pushing them.
But I love your flexibility, because I've seen a lot of successful business people who have been in business for 30, 40 years. It's hard for them to adapt to that change.
And they don't like to be on the camera.
Yeah. But I love it because people in the past, let's say, 20 years ago, people didn't care who owned companies.
Yeah.
Now, people value to put a face to the brand.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So do you advise people to actually be more interactive with the people?
If you are able to do that, direct contact with the customer you are able to do, just being on the social media, which you would never been able to do.
You know, this is something I love about you, that you do that, and we see your face.
Like we both go down, you'll be amazed to see how many people will come. Mr. Rizwan, hello, Sara, how are you? I'm so happy I met you. I've always seen you on the social media. Can I click a picture with you? And I've come only to buy this property because I've seen you on the social media.
Because you're humble, you're easy to connect with, you're people can feel your energy and you give them time.
Correct, yeah.
Because a lot of successful people don't give people time.
They don't. I mean, how many owners, I would say, will meet the customers directly?
Not much.
No, hardly anybody.
Not much, yeah. Not much. Why should I do it? That's what they think.
I reply to every messages which I get
I love that.
on my inbox. If I don't reply, I will ask my secretary to reply.
Okay.
But yes, we do reply every messages which we get.
Really? That's your personal or your
My
work?
personal also, my secretary handles that.
Then I will be sending you a lot of funny memes. I love sending memes.
Yeah, I'll give you my direct WhatsApp.
Amazing. Amazing. Now, we all know, the only negative thing about social media is that once you're there, you are exposed to all sorts of people. So how does Rizwan handle negativity on social media?
That's a part of the social media.
Yeah.
But luckily for me, if you look at the comments which we get is, I would say 99% positive.
Yeah.
But 1 or 2% might write something, we just ignore it.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
As long as the majority of the people, they love what you're writing.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have some controversial post also.
True.
Might, like yesterday I posted that what is the age a woman should get married.
Yeah.
So,
What did you say?
about after 30, don't get married before that.
I totally agree.
Okay,
Yeah.
but not many mummies were happy.
Yeah.
That's why I'm teaching my daughter not to get married.
Oh, that was an indirect message to your daughter. Got it. Okay. No, I understand, because I feel like a woman develops completely emotionally and mentally and knows what she wants after the age of 30.
Absolutely. At least 27, 28, 39, 30. Not
Yeah.
because in India we have the culture as soon as a girl is about 21, 22, let's get her married.
They
Let's get her
pressure her.
married.
They pressure her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Culture pressures women a lot to go into these things. I see that you are a big advocate for women and you understand the importance of women in society. Talk to me a little bit about your mother. What was she in your childhood? How did she inspire your journey?
She was very good in taking care of us to ensure that when we come from school, the food was given to us, when
Yeah.
we go, the tiffin was given to us. She was not a very educated person, but still she was very inspirational because she was the one who was ensuring that, everything was taken care of.
Yes.
Whatever she could do,
Whatever
she
she
did.
could do. Got it. Okay. I love that.
One instance of my mother, she wanted to get some grocery from a particular shop, and I was playing some game, and
Yeah.
she shouted from the balcony, Rizwan. She used to call me Rizzy, come here and get that stick. I said, Mommy, I'm playing my game. I'll go afterwards. And
What were
she
you
wanted-
playing? Cricket?
Cricket, yeah.
Okay.
And she wanted to cook the food before the dad comes.
Yeah.
And I said, I'll go later. And I did not go, and she was a little upset. She complained my dad, look, the son doesn't listen to me and he's spoiled. And
Yeah.
although I was only playing my game,
Yeah.
I just wanted to finish my game. So I remember that day, Dad told me, if your mom calls and you don't go, you're really going to have it, okay? Now, whether your mom calls you or don't call
Yeah.
you for any work, go to that grocery shop, pick up one chocolate and come back and show it to me that you have been to that grocery shop and got.
Oh, wow. Discipline. I love that. If it was my mother on the balcony, her shoes would be flying.
And till today,
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I mean, Alhamdulillah, she's almost now 85.
Oh, wow.
And till today, when I get a call,
Yeah.
Rizwan, I need to see you, no matter,
You leave.
I leave everything.
Because of the chocolate story and the supermarket story. But I love it. That's how they install ideas in our minds as children.
Yeah.
And it becomes a habit when you grow up, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love that. Do a lot of women work with you in the company?
Oh, yes, we have a lot
Yeah?
of women, yeah.
Well, what do you feel like the role of a woman in the organization? What value does it add? And why does Rizwan see this as something very important?
I think women plays very important role,
Yeah.
whether it's in your life, your family, or in the organization. From the time they are born,
Yeah.
like I will talk about my mother or my sister
Yeah.
to start with, or my wife, they are more disciplined. When I say more disciplined, like if you give a money to my brother, he might probably, or to me, to myself, and we will go to the grocery shop
Yeah.
and we'll end up buying things without bargaining. We'll
Yeah.
pick up the things what we don't require. But a woman probably, will pick and choose because she'll have the time and she'll probably do exactly what she wants to try. She'll bargain. So she knows how to handle the money well.
Yeah.
The responsibility whenever you're given to any woman over here, not that the man doesn't do, but I feel the woman takes it also very diligently.
Yeah.
You can trust on them. Of course, you can trust on men also, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I find that...
Guys, don't worry. This is not, please. He's a man's man. Don't worry, okay? We got...
That means you're asking me about the woman. Women, when I've given them the responsibility, they take it with more seriousness, more diligently, and they do work hard.
Yeah.
And I find them very easy to work with them. And whatever responsibilities I give them, it is taken care. So I
love it.
Love to work with them.
I love it.
Yeah.
I don't believe women and men are equal. I don't believe we compete with each other. I believe we complete each other. When it comes to being a family man, what do you think a role of a man is?
To ensure that the family is taken care of.
Yeah.
You listen to your wife.
I love that. You guys heard that? Listen to your wife.
Because happy wife,
happy life.
Happy wife, happy life. If your wife is not happy, trust me, no matter what you do,
you won't be happy.
You won't be.
I love that. So you think okay, so listen to your wife, provide
whatever is required. And if you are right and the wife is wrong, till you say you are wrong.
Yes. Guys, this is gems. I hope all the men out there are taking notes of this. This guy's dropping you gems over here. Yeah. A lot of men nowadays are struggling to understand the role of a man. And a lot of men don't want to provide or protect anymore, which is sad because I come from 2 broken marriages. I was married twice before, right? And of course, having the business, being a single mom, and being with a man that's not right made me masculine.
I think weak man can create a masculine woman. But a strong man will bring out the actual quality.
Love it. Yes, that's the thing. All right, if you were to give women advice now, so my question to you is, should a woman invest? And how should she invest?
Of course she should invest, because I personally feel today's generation of women should not be dependent on their husbands or their fathers.
Yeah.
They should start investing, not now, they should be starting investing from the time they start collecting their pocket money.
Yeah.
Again, I'm talking about my sister. Whatever pocket money we used to get, we used to spend that money. But my sister pocket money, what she used to get, whatever that little pocket money, she used to save a particular pocket money.
Wow.
And not spend.
When she was young?
She was young.
Okay.
Till today, like I said, why women I give that responsibility, because they know
how to take care of money.
And even my wife today, she has bought some apartment from me, or from her own money, from the money which I've given her. And she's saved that money and she's invested in her. And she always tells, this is my apartment. I said, yes, ma'am, this is your apartment.
Yeah.
It's not my apartment. You
didn't give it to me. That's mine. That's mine. Okay.
So so I feel that, yes, they should invest and they should always have that sense of responsibility where they want to do something. And once they start investing, they will enjoy that, because like she's very confidently and very proudly, she said, Rizwan, this is not your apartment. This is, I've invested with my savings, my work which I've done. So that feeling also will be different when you start investing.
It makes her feel good.
It makes you feel, and it's very important that you should be doing it on your own, because that will really make you proud and also help you in the long way.
I love that. Now, since we jumped to the topic of investments, what is your opinion on the emergence of township projects and ready to move in flats, and what is the best options right now? Because there's a lot of options when it comes to these things that are happening.
When you see ready to move in apartments, you don't find so many amenities. Second thing, you don't find the right choice of apartment which you want to book it, the right layout, the right view. In India, we also believe the Vastu and all that. I might not get the right number which I want. I might not put the right layout which I want.
Yeah.
But when it is a off-plan property, you may get what you want. You are able to select the particular view, the particular layout. Second thing, the payment. When you're talking about a ready-to-move properties, you need to pay upfront a lot of money.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
In off-plan property, you can pay a small down payment, just wait for 3 years, and you get a brand new building.
Yeah.
And what also the amenities, don't forget, what buildings which were offered earlier in, especially in Dubai. We had one swimming pool and one gym in the building.
Yeah, that's
But when you buy a property today with Danube, you'll have 40 plus amenities.
List some of them.
All the sporting activities, like paddle tennis, badminton, volleyball, football, cricket, all these sporting amenities are there. Then you also have a doctor on call, you have a nanny on board, you have
What?
a secretary to take care, swimming pool is there, then jacuzzi, massage parlor, saloon in the car. I'm telling you, these are the amenities. It's very common. Then we're talking about the
I don't need to leave.
outdoor cinema,
Outdoor cinema. What have you left out?
aquatic pool.
Oh my God.
And the pool is not a normal pool.
Yeah.
You are actually exercising inside the pool.
That's insane. I love that. Wow.
And plus many other things, like, you can even create your social media content. We have a room to create your social media content
In the facility. I didn't know that. Man, this man is
Bowling
full of
alley.
surprises.
Today, the biggest problem what we have in our with the children which we have is that they are glued to the iPad.
True.
Okay,
Yeah.
because they don't have any activity to do, and the mother sometimes doesn't have the time to take them around. Like, okay, I'm going to take you to the basketball classes, or I'm going to take you to the gym classes, or somewhere else.
Yeah.
But when you have everything inside the building, and with the trained coaches who will train you,
There are so many things to do. The child won't be on an iPad all the
they will
time.
never be on the iPad.
A lot of property developers don't even think of these things.
No, nobody.
What made you do that?
I have been inspired from Emirates Airline. You see the comparison of Emirates Airline versus the other airline.
True.
You go to another airline, probably you'll get a meal over there, and seating arrangement to make sure.
Like the basic.
Basic thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
When you go to Emirates Airlines, it's a proper chauffeur will come and pick and drop
Yeah.
you. You have a lounge which you can go and sit over there. When you enter the aircraft, even if you're flying economy, you have the different channels which you can watch. In case of you are overbooked, they will offer you a ticket that if you don't take this flight, you can return it and you can get another extra flight.
Yeah.
So they pamper you in such a way that you don't feel like traveling any other aircraft. The aircrafts are very
true.
clean, nice, well maintained.
Immediately, the loyalty is bought.
That's what we are aiming at, that when you buy an apartment from Danube, we will pamper you in such a way that you will not go anywhere.
Yeah.
Full apartment which we give you is fully furnished.
Wow.
We have a 1% payment plan.
You're known for being the 1% man.
Okay, so we started with that 1% payment plan. So a person who is buying an apartment, he or she gets to get a fully furnished apartment where she just has to come with a briefcase and walk into that.
Yeah, but then that means the price is this much, but the value is this much.
This much, absolutely.
Wow, that's I love that. So, I've heard this about you, the 1% man. You have that reputation. You started the whole thing. Everybody knows you started the whole thing. In the beginning, people did not believe that your method's going to work.
No, absolutely. They all thought I'm going to be bankrupt.
Yeah.
Because they all thought that who is going to pay him 1% every month? And they thought that after a while, many people will run away. But touch wood, this formula has been working for years now. We have already delivered 15,000 apartments.
Wow.
And there's no problem.
You also made a lot of people have a place to call home because of your payment plans and all that.
Very, very true. Because a lot of salaried people, the reason of me starting this 1%, like a lot of people ask me, why did you start this 1%? Why did you? See, when we entered the property business, there was a lot of a competition.
Yeah.
All the big giants were over there and they are selling at very high price. But what we realized that 85 to 90% of the expats working in this country are staying in a rented apartment.
True.
And we wanted them to own their own house. Now, how do we allow them to own their own house? Because they cannot get a bank loan, especially on the off-plan property.
That's true.
And that's how we came up with the idea that you pay this small down payment and pay the 1% per month. Now, what really happened was the people who are buying this with the 1% payment plan, actually the plan only was for Dubai or the UAE people. But later on now, the whole world is buying from me. So once they have paid that down payment of 20% plus that 10, 15, 20% which they have paid is 1%, they don't default. No matter what happens, like I've seen in the worst of COVID also, worst situation where COVID, when we all went through a lot of crisis, I don't have a default even that time.
Wow.
So because the people who are bought, they are the people who have put in their hard-earned money. They don't want that 25, 30, 40% they have paid money to go. So they will ensure somehow they will pull the balance. And the best part about the property is you're not paying the full money until we deliver. You're only paying 60-65% of the money until I give you the property. The rest of the money you collect it by the rental.
I understand. You change people's lives.
Absolutely.
You made it happen because you're right. Most of the expats are renting. But because of your vision, your methodology, Now the
People are
experts are buying. What kind of support does Danube offer buyers throughout the purchasing process or post-purchasing process?
See, the best thing is about Danube is when you buy a property from Danube, I'll tell you the pre and post.
Okay.
Whatever properties you buy from Danube, touch wood, alhamdulillah, we are able to deliver on time. Why we are able to deliver on time? Because we have a building material company which provides all the building material which goes into the making the building material of the property. So when we hire a contractor, which of course we hire with a lot of due diligence, and that due diligence comes because of the experience which we have in the building material for the last 30 years. So we know which contractor is good. So we hire the right contractor. As soon as the contractor is hired, he gives the LPO to our building material division. So material is directly going to for him to the site. Doesn't have to worry about sourcing the material. When the project...
Which delays sometimes if you're sourcing the material.
Yeah, sometimes the logistic issues are there.
Got it. Okay, got it.
So he doesn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Second thing, after the project is ready, we have another company called Danube Home. They furnish the whole apartment.
I love Danube Home. I've been to Danube Home. Yeah, I love it. My house has a lot of Danube Homes.
They furnish the whole apartment.
Yeah.
After the apartment is given to you, nowadays it's more of the people from outside of UAE who comes and buys the property from.
Yeah.
Now for them it's a headache. They want somebody to take care of the property, manage the property.
While they're gone.
Manage the properties means put it on rent, collect the rental for them and give it. So we have a facility management company which takes care of this. That means we will manage your properties, we will clean your properties, and we will send back the rentals which is required. Everything. You want to sell the property, we have a brokerage company, we'll again sell it for you, make that whatever money and give it back to you.
Wow. So you're a one-stop shop for everything. Yeah, so it's like if you want furniture, it's Danube Homes. If you want to buy it, it's Danube. If you want to sell it, everything's Danube. If you're hungry, Danube Eats. Like, what else? No, I honestly am very inspired with you. This conversation opened my eyes and made me understand you as a person even more, which made me understand, it's like an aha moment. Now I get it, why Danube is Danube.
Yeah.
It's not because Danube was a great idea. It's not the 1% idea. It's Rizwan, the person behind it. So if there is one last question I want to leave you with, and it's a deep question. If you could speak right now to the 15-year-old you, what would you tell him, to Riz?
So what I would tell to a 15-year-old Riz who I would say that all is well and we made it.
We made it.
I will tell to all the 15-year kids who are listening to me that don't wait to start your career until you are educated. We are waiting for our dad to give us the money so that we complete our education and then we start looking for a job. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Whenever you have an opportunity, because at the age of 14 or 15, you're already matured enough to learn something on your own. And today's kids are very, very smart. They can start working during their holidays. They can start working part-time after their college or after their schooling. Because if you are able to do that, by the time you complete your education, you will have been learned so many things and you'll be far ahead than the students who have not done it. Because I remember I started to sell at the age of 14 milk and groceries and crackers and some different items. Even sold milk to at that particular time to around me.
I feel like back then you could sell sand to the Arabs. You're so good at selling whatever you could sell.
And even Adil, my son, we had put him on the job when he was 14 years old.
14?
Yeah, he was going to the showroom. Me and my wife used to have a fight because of that. Because it was he used to go in during the summer holidays. And summer holidays, you know how it is. So very hot over here completely. And I had put him in the warehouse. So when he comes home, he was completely drenched. His shirt, he had to change 2 shirts. And me and my wife used to have a fight. You have no mercy on my son.
Leave the kid, Mr. Leave the kid out of it. So your wife wanted your son to just like be a kid at that age.
Yeah, she said, why? What is the need? Why do you want to send him? And I said, no, this is what is required. And I always tell that all the kids, you need to start early, as early as possible. Because by the time you are graduated at the age of 20, 21, 22, you would have learned so many things. Otherwise, you will be starting fresh when you graduated. So very simple and strong advice, don't wait until you're graduated, start at the age of 14 or 15.
Honestly, like I have more, as we said, I have more passion and respect and I'm more intrigued about the project. I know it's amazing as a project, but because of you. You made it all happen, and your story is so interesting.
Thank you, Sara, for coming.
That's my
and
pleasure.
like I said earlier also, I'm also inspired by what you talk.
Thank you so much.
And God bless you always.
Bless you.
And anything I can do for you, I'll always there.
We're family now.
Thank
You're
you.
stuck with me, I'm stuck with you. Now what are we going to do?
Thank you, Sara.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Bye.